Hey everyone, welcome to your full body mat Pilates workout today. My name is Elise, thank you so much for joining me. For your workout today, you of course need your mat, and we'll also be using a light set of hand weights. So I'm using two 1 kilo toning balls for my hand weights. You can also use a set of dumbbells, something between 1 to 2 kilos maximum will be perfect here today. Now if you don't have any hand weights, go to your pantry, see if you have 2 cans of vegetable or 2 cans of tomatoes you can use in place of those hand weights, and they'll work just perfectly as well. Once you're all ready to go, let's lie ourselves down onto our mat. We're also going to start by placing one hand weight on either side of our mat so they're ready to go for shortly after our quick warm up. Lie yourself all the way down. You're going to bring your feet nice and close to your sit bones. Your feet are about hip width apart. Feet are parallel to each other, so nice and straight. Arms long by your side. Relax those shoulders back and down. And we're going to start with our articulation hip bridge. So nice and slow. We're going to start to exhale. Tuck your tailbone, rolling your pelvis towards you. Then continue to roll as you start to press down through the heels, lifting one vertebrae of your spine up off the mat at a time. Coming up onto those shoulders, keep pressing down through those heels. And then inhale, you're going to slowly articulate one vertebrae of your spine down onto the mat at a time, like a string of pearls, slowly lowering down, then rocking back to that neutral starting position. Try that again. Exhale, tuck, draw in through the tummy as you start to press through the heels. Lift the hips. That's it. Keep those hips nice and even. Feel the back of those legs switching on. Glutes and hammies firing up. Inhale, articulate one vertebrae down at a time. Upper back, mid back, lower back, and tailbone. Let's take 2 more just like that, nice and slow. Time to warm up the lower back, the mid back, the upper back, as well as the back of those legs. And waking up the core here. So keeping our spine nice and long at the top here. Make sure we're not arching. Keep a gentle connection of those ribs to hips. And gently drawing in through the belly as you come up into that hip bridge to switch on that core. Melt it down one final time here. Once you lower and tap down to the mat, I want you to grab onto your hand weight. So taking one weight into either hand, we're going to come into our chest fly with our hip bridge. So we're going to stay in our neutral now, so not working through articulation. Stay in our nice long neutral spine. Palms face the ceiling. We have a soft bend in our elbows, still pressing down through those heels. We exhale, lift the hips, lift the arms over the shoulders. We open the arms, we tap our hips down. Exhale, rise, pressing through those heels. Inhale, lower. So it's a quicker movement now, and notice how I'm staying in my neutral. I'm not rolling through my hips and spine anymore. My neutral spine going up and down. That's it. You want to imagine you have a plank of wood across your hips. Keep that plank of wood nice and level. Don't let it drop from one side. You want to keep it nice and level. Keeping those hips nice and level. That's it. Keep pressing down through those heels or firing up the back of those legs. Drawing in through the core like you're doing up a tight pair of jeans. Each time you exhale and lift, you've got final 8. We're going to hold our hip bridge, keeping that chest fly of those arms going in 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold for 1. Hold, and just those arms open, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. That's it. Tucking our tailbone. Keep those hips nice and level. Make sure not dropping through the hips. You've got last 6. We hold those arms up for our pulses in our hips in 3, in 2, and lift those arms. We pulse those hips halfway down, all the way up. Juicy pulses. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Quick little mini break. Hopefully we're feeling those glutes switching on by now. We have one more variation here in our hip bridges. So keeping the feet where they are, we're just going to lift onto our tippy toes. So lift those heels. We're high on our tippy toes on the balls of our feet. And with our arms and our weights, we're going to set up for a tricep extension. So reach those arms up, turn your palms in, and we're going to start with those elbows bent. Elbows are locked over our shoulders, palms are facing towards each other still. And let's lift those hips, lift the arms, step on those toes, lower the hips, bringing those weights just above the forehead as you lower the hips. Again, we're staying that neutral. Inhale down, exhale everything up. That's it, squeezing into the back of the arms, working those triceps. Let's keep those shoulders relaxed away from our ears. Beautiful. Start to feel this one a bit through the ankles, through the calves as we've got those heels lifted. Using our breath. Inhale down, exhale up. You've got 18. That's it. Keep working here. We're going to hold those hips up, just those triceps in 3, in 2, and lift and hold those hips. Keep those arms going. Keep those elbows locked over shoulders. If you need to lighten this one up, you can always glue those weights together so they move as one. That makes this one a little bit lighter, or just use one single weight in both hands. Beautiful. Let's go for 5. We pulse our hips, arms up in 3, in 2, and 1. Reach those arms up. We pulse those hips, stay high on those tippy toes. Feel those calves working. 5, 4, 3, 2, and squeeze it up for 1 and lower all the way down. Well done, team. We'll give those glutes a little break now. Staying on the mat, lying on your back, we're going to keep our hand weights in each hand and reach those arms up to the ceiling. Our palms are facing in towards each other again. Now we're coming into some core work, starting with a curl up. So keep those feet flat on the mat. We exhale, crunch up, reach those weights down past your hips. Keep the arms floating off the mat. We inhale, lower our chest back down. Exhale, we crunch up, shoulder blades lift, ribs slide to hips. Inhale, lower. Now, if you feel any tension or pain or strain here through the neck, ditch the weights, bring your hands behind your head for extra support. That's going to be a bit nicer here for you. That's it. Reaching those weights the opposite side of your mat. Keep those arms reaching nice and long. Beautiful. Now, if that feels good for you, you'd like to progress, can we bring one leg to tabletop? Hold it there and keep those curl ups going. Beautiful. That's it. If you'd like to progress even further, if you're feeling good, can we draw in a little bit deeper? Bring both legs to tabletop, knees together, shins parallel to the ceiling, and we keep those curl ups going. If you're just keeping one leg lifted, every 3 reps, we alternate which leg is in tabletop, just to keep it nice and even. That's it. Keep drawing those ribs to hips. Final progression, team. We add a leg extension as you curl. You extend one leg long and low, pointing those toes. Beautiful work. Keep breathing through it. Final 8 seconds here. Then we're all going to hold our curl up wherever you are. We hold in 4, in 3, in 2. Curl up, hold for 1. Hold your curl up. If your legs are extended, we bicycle those legs. If not, just a static hold. Keep that chest lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Pop those weights just off to one side for a minute. We'll come back to those shortly. All right, have a little bit of oblique work here before we come up off our backs. So getting into some oblique curls. I want you to start by bringing your hands, interlace your fingers behind your head and thumbs along down the back of the neck. Now we're going to start with our oblique curl up just to the right side. So feet stay flat to begin. We exhale, crunch up, curling over to the right side, left shoulder reaching to right hip. Inhale, lower down. And repeat. Exhale, left shoulder reaches to right hip as you rotate and curl up. Just that right side to begin with. That's it. We're just going to focus on that right side. Beautiful. That's it. If you'd like to progress, as you curl up, can you reach that right leg to tabletop, reaching it towards your shoulder, lower down, lower the leg. That's it. So leg and chest lift together. Beautiful. That's it. Feel the burn through those obliques across your belly. That's it. Nice. Keep reaching with the shoulder, not the elbow, to really have that deep burn into the obliques. Beautiful. If you want more, let's keep that leg in tabletop. Keep that oblique curl going. It stays lifted. That's it. I have one more progression for you here, team. As you lower down, can we extend that right leg? As you curl up, you bend that knee in so everything comes through center. Then everything reaches away. Beautiful. Keep that head nice and heavy into those hands. We're not pulling on the neck here. You've got last 5. Then we hold our oblique curl up. In 3, in 2. And on the next one, curl up, hold. Can we reach our left hand past our right hip and we go for little pulses. Everyone's right leg should be in tabletop. We're pulsing across our body for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, And come on down for one. Give those knees a quick little windscreen wiper from side to side because we have to do the other side now. So come back through center, feet are flat, hip width apart. Bring those hands back behind the head and we're ready to go. You with me, team? Let's go. We're up and over to the left side this time. So we exhale, curl up, reaching right shoulder to left hip. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl up, right shoulder to left hip. Inhale, lower. Keeping the body nice and square. That's it. Just that right shoulder lifting. That left shoulder should stay down. Head heavy into the hands. Beautiful. If you'd like to progress, left leg's going to lift to tabletop as you curl. Tap it down as you lower. Exhale, curl and lift that left leg to tabletop. Inhale, lower. That's it. Everything lifts together. Everything lowers. Again, these are all progressions. Stay at what layer feels good for you on this side. If you want more, we keep that left leg in tabletop. Keep that curl up going. That's it, reaching right shoulder to left hip. Can we start to add that leg extension for that final little challenge? Lower down, extend that left leg long. The lower you go, the more work for the core here. Find your poison here, what feels good for you. That's it, final 5. We hold that oblique curl up in 3. Ready for those pulses in 2. And 1, curl up, hold, reach the right arm past that left hip, little pulses, keep that head heavy into the hands, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, bring it down, give those knees that quick little windscreen wiper again from side to side. Beautiful work, team. Alrighty, when you're ready, we are going to come on up into a 4-point kneel. Your weight should be just beside you. We are going to be using one of those very shortly. Find your 4-point kneel here. Your hands are under your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips. Let's just start with a few lovely cat-cows here to have a quick reset. Exhale, you're going to press your back up towards the ceiling. Pull your belly button up. Feel those shoulder blades separate. Then inhale. Let's let everything drop. Tailbone's going to lift. Eye gaze lifts. And again, exhale, press it up. We'll take 2 more just like that. Rounding through the back, pull that belly button up. Inhale, drop it down. Slide those shoulder blades down the back. And 1 more. Exhale, press that mat away from you. Then I stretch in the upper back. Inhale, drop it down. Beautiful. Now we're going to find our lovely neutral spine. We're just going to place 1 hand weight just at the top of your mat until it's ready to go if you'd like to progress later and use that one. Now we're going to come in to some swimming legs starting on our left side. But let's just set our posture before we get going. I want you to keep your core lifted. We're in a nice long tabletop back. You could imagine balancing a tray of drinks on your back and they would not fall. Maybe it's your coffee, maybe it's your morning smoothie. Don't let it drop. And I want you to think about having a tiny little micro curl through your belly, curling those ribs to hips. That's going to help keep that lovely tabletop back. Pressing the mat away from you, our shoulders are down away from our ears. And let's come into that leg extension for just the left leg. We're going to extend that left leg back and lift it up in line with our hip. Then drop the foot, bend the knee back in. Extend the leg, lift, lower, and bend. That's it. So it's a nice smooth movement. Our torso is staying completely still. Notice how my torso does not move an inch as I work through this, staying nice and strong through the core to stabilize the torso, stay strong to those shoulders. There shouldn't be any swaying, any arching or extension through the back. It's just that left leg we're isolating here, extending through the hips, squeezing into that glute. Should feel that left booty switch on here straight away. And make sure we're not lifting it too high. It's just in line with our hip, no higher, or you will feel your back start to arch. Really good work, team. Alrighty, this is your first layer again. We are going to be adding on a few layers as we go here. You're welcome to stay here with just that single swimming leg. If you would like to progress, bring that knee down. Let's take our weight into our right hand. Keep that arm reaching long. Let's reach our left leg long. Let's start to lift both arm and leg and lower and tap everything down. Arm and leg lift, arm and leg lower. So it's right arm and left leg that we're working through here. So opposite arm and leg. So working to that oblique sling. We're working to our posterior chain, our upper back, our glutes. Beautiful. And still stabilizing through that left shoulder. Again, torso should not be moving. We should have that little micro curl from ribs to hips. Beautiful. You've got 10 here. Then we keep the arm and leg lifted for a little spicy oblique, a little spicy core, I should say, and booty exercise coming up to finish. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Lift everything up. You're going to start to round through the back, pulling elbow to knee, and then reach everything long. And again, round through the back, pull elbow to knee, reach everything long. That's it, just reaching back out into that lovely neutral spine as you reach everything long, reaching fingers and toes away from each other. That's it, and rounding to crunch through the abdominals. That's it, eye gaze to knee as you pull it in. That's it, you've got the last 8. If you need to ditch the weight at any point here, feel free to. That is your regression. You've got 4, we hold, in 3, in 2, and 1. Reach everything long, and we pulse that left leg up and down. If you need to lower that right arm, do so. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it down for 1. Fabulous work, team. Pop that ball down. We're going to come up for a bit more oblique work. So finding a kneeling position now on your mat. We're going to be in a high kneel, and we're just going to reach our right leg nice and long to that side of the mat. We're going to bring our hands behind our head and get into our side overs. Bit of an oblique crunch again. So grow nice and tall through your spine. Relax the shoulders back and down, and tailbone is tucked, so your hips are both facing forward. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, bend over to that left side, big crunch that side waist. Exhale, bring it back up, resetting the spine. Inhale, bend over, big crunch. Exhale, draw it up. That's it, something up and then over. Not just dropping into that side waist. You go up and then over like a beautiful rainbow. The lower you go into that side over, the more work for the obliques to draw you back up. So again, pick your poison here, go as low as you can control and as feels good for you. That's it. Whew. I already feel the sides of my waist switching on. So good. Again, lots of oblique work today. Our obliques are the muscles on the sides of our waist. They support our spine. They help with our beautiful tall posture. They also assist with any rotational work. So a really important muscle to strengthen. Alrighty, this is your first layer, team. You stay here if this feels good for you. If you want more, next time we tip over into that bend, we hold. Reach your arms out into a big T. Bring those hands back behind your head. We come up. Inhale, side bend, hold. Big reach, reach those fingertips away from each other. Hands back behind the head. Crunch it up. That's it. Take it nice and slow. We hold that oblique crunch. A bit more time and attention. You're going to start to feel the shakes. Make sure that tailbone is still tucking. You're not leaning back. Beautiful. Keep shoulders down away from ears. You've got 15 more seconds in this combo. Now, if that reach isn't for you, just stick with the crunch only. Again, lots of options here. We hold our bend in 5. Just those reaches in 4, in 3, in 2, and crunch over, hold. Reach and bend those arms. Reach and bend. You got it, team. Last 5. We're planting our left hand down in 4, in 3, in 2, and reach and drop that left hand down. Beautiful. So you want your left hand directly under your left shoulder. So we're going to reach our right arm up to the ceiling and come into some beautiful thoracic rotation. So you're going to exhale, thread that hand underneath your left shoulder, rotating, eye gaze follows that right hand. Then come back through center and repeat. Exhale, thread, reaching right hands under left shoulder and reach it up. Beautiful. This is a little bit of recovery before we get into a bit more glute and oblique work. Keep those hips both pressing forward. Enjoy this lovely rotation here through the spine. Let's go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and go for one more here. Feels so good, doesn't it? Then reaching that arm back up. Both hips are still facing forward. We're nice and light on those right toes. And we're going to come into a leg lift with that right leg. So that working leg from before, that left leg is our stabilizing leg. And let's work into that top leg. Exhale, we're going to lift that leg up in line with our hip. Inhale, lower and tap. Exhale, lift for that booty switch on. Inhale, lower. That's it. Oh, she's spicy. This one you feel straight away Lifting that leg just as high as feels good for you. Stay strong through that left shoulder. Don't let it drop into the ear. Beautiful. We're just here for 15 seconds, not here for long. Keep that tailbone tucked, pressing those hips forward. Don't let them drop or roll back. That's it. Now again, you're always welcome to stay here. We are going to change it up and get a little bit more spicy in 5. You're going to hold that leg lifted. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Lift and hold. Now from here, bend your knee to elbow, press those hips slightly back, and then reach everything long. And again, bend knee to elbow, reach everything long. Big crunch through the waist and strengthening into that glute. You're going to feel both glutes working here, especially that left glute as you slightly drop into that hip. Starting to sweat. Very much regretting not turning on the aircon prior to this workout. I'm there with you, team. Let's go. Final 6. We hold that leg out for pulses. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Reach everything out. Little pulses, that top leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant that leg down. And let's come on up for a beautiful little mermaid over to that right side. Doesn't that feel so good? Just reach those left fingertips nice and long. Heart rate is up. That got super spicy. How are we feeling, team? Come on down carefully. We're going to bring both knees onto our mat now. You're going to need both of your hand weights for this next exercise, or sequence of exercises. We're coming into a little bit of upper body work. So I am just going to come into a high kneel and come onto a little bit of an angle so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now we all want to come into our high kneel. If kneeling like this isn't for you, totally fine. Grab a chair. You can do this one seated on a chair. Now, find what feels good for your position. Knees are hip width apart if we're kneeling. Tailbone is tucked. We're going nice and tall through our spine. We're going to start with a bicep curl to press. So hand weights in each hand. Palms are facing in towards your hips. I want you to roll your shoulders back and down. Think smiling through the collarbones. And let's start to curl our hands towards our shoulders. And then exhale, press those hands overhead. Bend the elbows and release those arms down. Curl, exhale, press, bend, and lower. Now torso is staying completely still. There's no swaying. We don't want to use any momentum here. It's just those arms doing all the work. Shoulders stay down away from ears, especially as we press. Keep those shoulders pressing down to your imaginary back pockets. Now again, gonna have a few layers for this one to add on as we go, make it a little bit more challenging. But this is your first layer. You're welcome to stay here or come back here at any point if this is best for you. Otherwise, in 8, we're going to start to add a hip hinge as we lower those arms. Make it a bit more dynamic. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time you bring those arms down, you're going to press the arms back, lower the hips. You're going to lift the hips, curl, and press. So lower the arms, press back for a tricep kick back, lower the hips, curl and lift, and press. So it's a little dynamic full body movement now. Take it nice and slow while you get the hang of it, and then you can start to pick up the pace, but really focus on those muscles that we're working. Squeeze those triceps as you kick those arms back, and work those shoulders and biceps as you curl and press. You're also going to start to feel those glutes working as you come up and down out of that hip hinge, and probably a bit of quads here as well. So it's a really full body exercise, this one. We've got 15 seconds to go. That's it. Nice. Keep that core drawing in. Long neutral spine as you work through this exercise. We're going to hold that hip hinge and just finish with those tricep kickbacks in 6, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time you come down, hold that hip hinge. Can we keep those heels floating off our hips and curl and extend those arms back? Curl and kick back. That's it, squeezing into those triceps. Again, torso should not be moving. With that beautiful hinge, if you need, you can lower your hips down to heels here. This makes it a little bit easier. Otherwise, keep those hips hovering off the heels for that extra lower body challenge. You've got last 8. We hold those arms back for the little flutters. 4, 3, 2, kick those arms back, hold them long. Turn your palms to the ceiling, and we wave those arms up and down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, open up to the chest, working that upper back and triceps. Here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and take a seat down on those heels for 1. Have a quick little reset. That's 1 of 2 sequences here done. 1 more to go. A bit of shoulder rotational work here. So when you're ready, let's come back up into our high kneel to begin. We're going to come into our dumb waiter. So I want your palms facing the ceiling, holding those hand weights. Relax those shoulders back and down. Your arms are just in front. We're just going to work through our open and close of those arms. Open and close. Just that dumb waiter. That's it. That's our first movement here, working through excellent rotation of our rotator cuff in our shoulders. This one's going to strengthen all those tiny little muscles that are so important for our shoulder stability, our shoulder strength. One of my favorites, this one. Let's keep those elbows glued to our waist. That's it. Beautiful. As always, this is your first layer. Welcome to stay here. Otherwise, in 5, we're adding an arm extension. We hold those arms open in 3, in 2, hold the arms open for 1. Reach those fingertips out to the sides of the room. Arms reach nice and long. Bring those elbows to waist. Close those arms in front. Dumb waiter, we open, extend, bend, and close. That's it. Again, if that layer is for you, you take it. If not, just stick with that dumb waiter, open and close. Strengthening into those shoulders, so relax those upper traps. Relax those shoulder blades down away from ears. Beautiful. 1 final layer here, team. We're going to start to add in our hip hinge in 5 as you close those arms in 3, in 2, and on the next one, as you close those arms, we lower our hips, we open the arms, lift the hips, and hold as you reach those arms out. Close the arms, lower the hips, open and lift. That's it. So adding in that dynamic movement again with that hip hinge, sitting those hips all the way down to heels if we can before we rise back up. That's it. Powering through those glutes and quads on the way up. Beautiful. Keep those ribs connecting to hips. So that beautiful neutral spine, we're not arching or flaring to those ribs. Beautiful. You've got 15 seconds to go. We're going to finish with a static hold. Those arms out if we can. That's it. Can we hold in that high kneel in 5, in 4, 3, 2. Let's rise up, hold, and reach those arms out, out, out. Keep them up in line with shoulders. Shoulders relax away from ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on down for 1. Well done, team. Pop those weights just off to the side, the front of your mat, and we're going to come back through those sequences again on the other side of our body now. So let's start back in our 4-point kneel. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We'll get into our cat-cows again. Quick little reset here in our lovely 4-point kneel. So once you're set in that position, just start to exhale round through that upper back. Press the mat away from you. Pull that belly up, looking towards your pubic bone. Then inhale. Drop the belly. Let everything hang as you lift the eye gaze and tailbone up. And repeat 2 more times. Exhale, tuck. Pressing the mat away from you. Belly pulls up. Enjoying this nice little reset here. Take at your own pace. Just enjoy that nice stretch, the upper back. Especially after working those arms, should feel really nice. Charlie's even joining in on the stretch. Oh, feels so good. Alrighty, team. Alright, Charlie's found his new spot and we can get started with our swimming leg, this time on the right side. So making sure we're in that beautiful posture, our flat tabletop back, tiny little micro curl here from ribs to hips. So we're holding that core engagement and keeping our beautiful tabletop back. Pressing the mat away from you, shoulders away from ears, and let's go. Extend that right leg back and we lift it up, drop the leg and fold it back in. And again, extend, lift, lower, and bend. That's it. Torso should not be moving here. Shoulders should not be moving. It's just isolating our right leg with this swimming exercise. Beautiful. And again, just lifting that leg as high as you need to feel the glute switch on. It's not about how high you can go here. It's just going to the point you feel the glute working. Open up through that hip. That's it. All that control, stability of this exercise. Not just working that right leg, but our shoulders, our core, and that stabilizing leg as well. Really good work. Alrighty. Again, you're welcome to stay here. This is your first layer. Otherwise, in 5, I'm going to grab in that hand weight with our left hand in 3, in 2, and 1. Bring that knee down. Let's grab a hand weight with our left hand. Reach the leg and arm long. So it's opposite arm and leg, left hand, right leg. And let's go. Everything lifts together. Everything lowers together. Lift and lower. Reaching arm to shoulder height, leg to hip height. Really going to feel that oblique sling working, so that cross part of your body. That's it. Feel the tummy is switching on. Shoulders working. Doing so, so well. Take it nice and slow and controlled. You can always ditch the weight if that is too strong here for you. We're just here for 10 more seconds. Then we turn it into that little spicy core glute combo with our little crunch. In 5, hold everything up. In 3, in 2, lift and hold. Let's round the back, pulling knee to elbow. Then reach everything long and crunch. Now, I hope I've edited this right. You wouldn't notice Charlie just ran onto my mat and wanted to join in this exercise. But we're back. If I've done my job right, you won't see that little intermission. Alrighty, again, round and pull everything to the midline and reach to that neutral spine. Feel the glute working, shoulder working, core working. We're just here for another 8. Then we hold it out for our beautiful pulses to finish this side off. In 4, 3, 2, reach everything long, hold. Can we pulse that right leg up and down? Squeeze that glute, keep the core lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, team. Pop that weight off to the side. Now let's come into our kneeling position on our mat, ready for our side overs. And it's going to reach, this time your left leg long to that side of the mat. Hips are both facing forward, and let's bring our hands behind our head, interlace those fingers. Tailbone is tucked, shoulders away from ears. And when you're ready, start with that side bend. We grow tall, then we tip up and over like a teapot to that right side and come back up. Inhale, bending up and over to that right side, big crunch, and repeat up. That's it. Beautiful. Tailbone stays tucked, keeping length in the spine as you bend up and over. Again, we're not just dropping into that side. You'll think of lengthening first and then tipping over. That's really going to get that beautiful crunch through the obliques. Beautiful. Can keep shoulders down away from ears, making sure we're not pulling on the head or neck. Hands just there for support. Now again, this is your first layer. You can stay here if this feels good for you. Otherwise, in 5, we hold for that reach. In 3, in 2, and let's bend over, hold. Reach those arms out to a big T. Bring the hands back behind head. We come on up and repeat. Side over, hold as you reach those arms long. Bring the hands back behind the head and we come up. So good. That's it. Holding here for more time under tension. You're really going to feel those obliques firing up. This side might feel a little bit hard on the other side. That's totally normal, especially after we've worked the other side. That's it. Nice. You've just got last 8. Can we get a little bit further over into those side overs? We hold for those reaches in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time you come down, we hold. Just those reaches out and bend. Reach and bend. That's it, team. Give me 5. Right hand comes down in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach and plant your right hand down on the mat. Make sure it's directly underneath your shoulder here and fingers are spread nice and wide. Beautiful. Now let's come into that beautiful thread the needle here for a quick little reset. Reach that left hand under your right shoulder. Eye gaze follows that lovely rotation to the thoracic spine and reach it up. Exhale, thread. Big reach. Inhale, reach it back up. That's it, that lovely rotation here through the mid-back, through the shoulders. Really nice. Get those hips pressing forward. Let's go for another 5. Enjoy this nice little reset for 4, 3, 2, and 1 last one here. Come back up, hold that left arm long to the ceiling. We're coming to our single leg lift now. Keep those hips pressing forward. And when you're ready, we lift that left leg up to hip height. Inhale, lower and tap the toes down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep working through that glute, working through the hip. Beautiful. Keeping that leg in line with your body. Make sure it's not going behind or in front. It's just in line with you here. Keep that tailbone tucked. Make sure you're not leaning back with that right hip. That's it, keep hips pressing forward. Doing so, so good. Again, this is your first layer. You're welcome to stay here. We're here for 8. Then we hold that leg lifted for our glute oblique little combo crunch in 4, 3, 2, lift and hold. Reach that left arm overhead, then crunch everything together, elbow to knee, and reach it long. Exhale, elbow reaches to knee, reach it long. That's it. Stay strong to that underneath right arm. We're still stabilizing to that shoulder. This is a full body burner. Feel that left glute burning. You're doing so well. Keep that leg up. We've got our pulses to finish. There in 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach everything long. Little pulses through that left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg down. Coming up for that beautiful side bend, mermaid up and over. Well done, team. Reach those right fingertips nice and long. Feel the nice stretch here, that side waist, to the ribs, to the obliques. And when you're ready, come back down. Alrighty, team, good news is we just have one final exercise to go here. We've got a little bit of a full body cardio sequence, cardio and core. So we're just going to start in a down dog on our mat. So facing one edge of your mat, we're going to lift ourselves up into our down dog. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Try and press those heels down onto the mat here. Reaching those heels down to feel a lovely stretch through the back of the legs. Mainly to the calves and hammies, should feel really nice. Draw the belly up, reaching your chest towards your knees. Just enjoy this lovely stretch here for a moment before we start to build into our full body cardio and core sequence. Alrighty, so we're going to come into a down dog knee hover little sequence here to begin. So we're starting in our down dog, and then we're going to inhale, drop your knees down to hover just off the mat, bringing your shoulders over wrists, and then exhale, pressing back up into your down dog. Reaching that tailbone for the ceiling. And again, inhale, dropping down, knees hover just off the mat, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, press it up, reaching tailbone to the ceiling. That's it, draw that belly up like you're pulling in a tight pair of jeans as you drop into that hover. Then exhale, press it up. That's it, so keep shoulders pressing away from the ears. Stay nice and strong to the wrists. This is just building into our little core sequence. Enjoy this little combo while it lasts. We are going to step it up a notch. But again, you're always welcome to stay here if this is best for you. Stay here, come back here at any point. Alrighty, in 5, let's hold our knee hover. In 3, in 2, and 1. Drop those knees down to hover just off the mat. Shoulders are over wrists. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Core is lifted from that lovely flat tabletop back. In 5, we're going to step back into our full plank. In 3, 2, and 1. 1 foot at a time, steps back to find your beautiful full plank. Keep those hips low. Our shoulders are over our wrists to begin. We're going to come into our crouching tiger sequence. We're going to press our hips back to our heels. Come into our crouching position as you bend those knees. Then exhale, we shoot forward. Shoulders come over wrists. Repeat that. Inhale, hinging back. Shift those hips back to heels. Exhale, shoot forward. Shoulders over wrists. That is your little combo here. Full body burner to finish. This one should get the heart rate up. Starting nice and slow here. And then we can start to pick up the pace. This is your final 20 seconds of work. So let's pick up that pace now. Inhale back, exhale, shoot forward. Keep those hips low as you come into that plank. Don't want to see any piking hips. Almost there, team. We have to stretch. After this, you've got last 10. Keep it going. Don't stop now. That's it. Keep moving for 5, 4, 3, 2. Shoot forward. Hold your plank. 5, 4, 3, 2. And drop down into a child's pose for 1. Amazing work, team. Let's walk our hands over to that right side of our mat for a lovely side bend here. Through the shoulders, to the side waist. And let's try to slow that heart rate down. Nice deep inhales in through the nose. Then exhale, send it all out through the mouth. Big deep breaths here, nice and slow. One more here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. That's it. Walk your hands now over onto that left side of the mat. So a nice stretch to that right side of your waist, the right shoulder. And again, nice deep breaths here, in through the nose and out to the mouth. Beautiful, one more here. Beautiful. Just coming up, we're going to lie onto our back just to finish with some supine stretches for those glutes. So lie yourself down. Now let's cross our right ankle over our left knee and then keep the shoulders down, but bringing that left knee in towards your chest, wrapping your hands around the back of that thigh and just gently pulling that knee towards you is going to deepen that beautiful stretch for that right glute. Again, just keep the neck and the head and shoulders all relaxed down. So it opens the chest as you pull that knee in towards you. Should feel a lovely stretch, that right glute and hip here. Really good. Let's take one more deep breath here. And exhale as you release. Beautiful. Bring that right foot down. Let's cross our left ankle over our right thigh and draw that knee towards you. Interlace your fingers behind the right leg. That's it, drawing that knee towards you. Deepen that stretch as much as feels good here for you. And just taking those lovely deep breaths here. Hope the heart rate's come down. One more deep breath here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Beautiful. Lower that leg, uncrossing that leg, and you can come on up, team. And that is your full body mat Pilates workout done, team. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure if you enjoyed this workout to give it a like and leave me a comment below. Let me know how you went. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss a new workout when they are released. I look forward to seeing you back here next time. Bye.